We asked 10 Mountain esports players 10 specific questions, and these are their answers.
Watermelon Ice from Gamer Subs.
Ghost Energy, either the cans or the pre-workout, either work.
So I used to be a Ghost favorite, but now
Too long.
White Monster for sure.
Monster, the Fantasy Red Ruby.
The Mount GG Gamer Subs that they provide.
Taco Bell, absolutely.
McDonald's is so much better.
Taco Bell has to be. I've eaten too much McDonald's since it's right down the street.
McDonald's. I like the Oreo McFlurries.
I'm gonna choose Taco Bell because it gives me less stomach problems than McDonald's does.
McDonald's all the way.
There's levels to this, and Taco Bell is at the top one.
Sheets guy all the way.
I actually don't know what Wawa is, but Sheets.
I gotta say Wawa. I grew up with Wawa, and I just think the food's better.
Sheets is the best thing to grace our planet.
I'd have to go with Sheets.
Definitely rough.
Injustice, no J-Naps.
Hydron, probably.
Probably T-Crow.
Either Skippy or T-Crow.
Croc.
Pokemon Red for the Game Boy Color.
Webkins. That was the first video game I've ever played, Webkins. Oh my god.
League of Legends. Sadly, that was the first game. That's one of the only games that I played. I just enjoy it so much.
Mario Kart 7 on the DS.
No bully.
Probably PGE.
Some of the top masks.
Definitely PGE.
Angry Ginge or somebody in that realm, like Speed and stuff, they're pretty funny.
Probably my dorm.
Definitely Birchie.
I think the pond is one of the greatest schools of life.
The library, it just got renovated, much nicer, much quieter.
Definitely my room. Probably the IT area and the library.
Yes, I love snowboarding. I've been snowboarding my whole life.
Are you a snow person?
Not really, no. I don't really like the cold a whole lot.
I prefer summer.
Only for playing Snow Day in Rocket League.
No.
Yeah, I love snow.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm from upstate New York.
I love snow. I think it's so fun.
I think I would play, I don't even know. That's the only game that I play.
Probably competitive TF2. Probably Rivals, you know.
I'd probably just play Trackmania.
I think the culture at Smash is insane. I would love to play Smash.
I'd probably play Madden.
Gotta be Mount Aloysius College, you can't beat them.
Mounties, obviously.
I'm Aloysius, of course.
Oh my gosh, this isn't the question. Mountain esports.
I mean, gotta be the Mounties, right? The culture here is unmatched.
The Mount Aloysius esports program.
Obviously, Mount Aloysius.
You're looking at it. Gotta be the Mounties Esports.
Cool.
You have more important things in life to think about than your internet. At BreezeLine, we propel life forward with home internet so reliable, you don't have to think about it. With a team that goes above and beyond. Fiber-powered speeds up to 1 gig. And 99.9% reliability at any hour. In any room. You won't have to think about your internet again. Go to breezeline.com for internet that propels life forward.
Here at Mountain Esports, we take it to the next level. Our players have the ability to travel, compete, and even participate on the caffeine committee. Check out the Insta to see what's new with Mountain Esports today.
At the Mount, things are, well, elevated. And it's not just because we're on a mountain. The experience at a small college like Mount Aloysius is actually personal. The faculty and staff know my goals. It's a level of support you won't find at other colleges. And the Mount backs it up with career-focused partnerships and majors. As soon as I visited, it just felt like home. That's what makes this place different. Makes college elevated. Mount Aloysius College.
The first, going to have that trigger discipline, and now barrel in sight. The finding success, the Gecko on Gecko action! As there.
Wow, and we've seen a ton of shorty action today.
Cat is very low, decides to pop the knives. The trail detected off the Nightfall here. Magical, how many you got? There's two. Destroyed. They've got so many players here, and Bruncheon just delays, pulling out the judge, traveling in, and behind him, he will eat! Already a double kill!
As the Spectre was in the hands of yet another defender from out of Mohawk. They're going to find two. So this one finds a lot of value. Three go down. Becomes a 3 versus 2 to try and be able to get rid of this as they go for the defuse. It's going to be a 2v2 late term. That's going to be Sneaky Squid off the reel.
Paranoia misses. Metal will definitely connect, and there's a shot out of the air. Notice has got themselves a 2K, pulls out the shorty, make it 3. Just cleaning up like a barbecue buffet. Is it 5? No! Rosa shuts them down. Hold on, not quite dead. Yep, it's the ace! C long will put Vanilla in an interesting position. Vandal versus 5 will seek out the Sage and take the headshot. There's 2, and there's the spike.
Y3 lurking on the other side. They're going to pressure through. The spray comes in. Clover finds one. Gets a second as well. Rosa falls in the meantime, but it's a 3-for-1 trade.
Edging so close and near. Just a moment. There's your one up above or 2. Can you get another on top? You do. It's a 4 to tally up to the margin.
Cover as well, giving time, but there's not much time to rotate. They have to try for this one. Keprin finds 2, gonna find 3. No bolts in the chamber, but Cyber coming to save the day.
Fast enough. Stim goes up. That's the null command. Chance now with the Odin to spray through for killed in vain. One player resurrected though. The null command will still be a big nuisance. but the Vandal, not a necessity. The Odin is, and it is barraging the Mannheim side, and all but guarantees Pine Grove send us out of this one.
My ultimate is ready.
Spike planted.
One down.
Separate sightlines, but they're not jumping into their tailwinds to get some sort of sightline separation. They're jumping in purely to go for these kills. They're and now Vayne is alone, has to jump over the top of the stone cover, spray through. No way. The classic right click. Chance for a second. May happen. No chance for it is Carrot Cake.
Catch him jumping, going for the next target. 17 HP in a dream. You gotta land the headshot. They do! Are you kidding me with the ace? Kermit! They keep their team alive! Gonna touch this one. The well will come up. They're gonna be weakened. They have to land this headshot. They're gonna do so! Balfinjager! I think they got just enough time.
0.1.
Clutch.
0.14.
Does look like, however, they're going to look to push towards Tree. Carrot Cake on the other side. Some good trigger discipline could be good. 1, 2, 3.
One enemy remaining.
Ready.
Spike planted.
In case things get hairy, but this one forcing all the way to Spider. Shanky Ray has to make a choice. The choice is now! It only gets one. The res is there, but Shanky Ray doubles! Lays in the paint shells, and you're all...
Zelo with the fight here. They really need to be assisting because this player can do everything right now. Headshot quick onto one lower. Understands that Neptune is up on top and somehow, don't know how it happens, but even still with the first, hopes to run it back and wants to completely win this round by himself. Gets all...
I'm playing most colleges that I recognize just by name, by color, just by their team name, so it's fun to play colleges that you know. That creates a decent vibe for everybody. As soon as I walk into the arena, most of the time everyone's in there like an hour early, getting practice in. I just get loud. It's game day.
Windsor University strives for like the close-knit community thing, so it's nice when you're like, hey, I won, and everyone is also as competitive with it as you are.
After the game, we always like celebrate, check in with each other, and after winning games, it's a great feeling.
If we can joke around in the intense moments and in the fun moments, like if we can carry that energy through, then it usually helps us win.
Outside of the team, you're also sitting next to the same 50, 60 students every night, and it's fun just to do something cool and clutch and turn around and see 3 or 4 people watching you ready to clap you on.
We're always stoked to compete because we always know Winsburg's going to win.
everybody, and welcome to Showtime.
Here at the Sherman Theater out in Stroudsburg, PA.
Hello everyone and welcome to PIEA. My name is Nerds. I'm here with KevDog and we have some week 5 action here today. Oh wow, they even popped it down here for us. Garnet Valley versus New Hope Solebury. We're gonna get things started right quick here. It's gonna be on Lotus. We'll get into the bans as you know the game progresses, but all you gotta know for now is Lotus is gonna be up on the docket. And what are your thoughts on Lotus?
I really like Lotus. It's in the map pool for week 5. It's my favorite map by far. Between Corrode, Lotus, and Sunset, it was just one of those revolutionary maps. The 3 site maps as well, which are fairly rare within the map pool competitive in PIEA or VCT, whatever it may be. And it's gonna come down to both of these teams still looking for that win that puts them above the rest. Both of them have taken a loss to other teams within PIEA. Garnet Valley, the only one with 2 wins, however, on their rap sheets. So I'm excited to see this matchup.
I'm also very interested to see this matchup between the teams, but that's also because we already start seeing not only some of these locked-in agents for New Hope, but some of the hovers on the flip side. Now, the hovers will be revealed shortly. What I want to talk about instead is the double flash, hard flash composition that we see with Rogue 3 going for the Paranoia on the near site. Means they're going to be very brawly. And if you take a look at their Sentinel and this final lock that is going to pop up within a second now, it is very much comfort pick. Very much individual play styles here for New Hope Solebury. I'm expecting them to take a lot of like individualistic fights. Like I'm going to take a raw gunfight if I'm Chamber and then TP out, or I'm just going to flash for myself as Sky and take the fight.
Yeah, and then you also have Yoru and Phoenix to combat on top of Chamber as well from Bio Ultra. New Hope Solebury, I'm definitely excited to see these 1v1s. I'm excited to see them also play off of each other, because if you have the communication proper, you have a lot of flashes. 4 out of the 5 characters that they have chosen have flashes, and especially that they're starting on attack side, that's going to be one force to be reckoned with. But Garnet Valley as well, they have some flashes of their own. Reyna, Sky, Yoru, 3 agents that have flashes and a lot of movement as well with their Raze and Yoru to bat. So this could go either way in my opinion.
Oh, we'll see how it goes. Either way, how the pie is sliced is going to be determined on the server. So as things get started here, I'm going to be looking towards this attack side and what their setup is, as well as this defensive hold, because we're seeing the flash heavy composition on attack is going to be pretty solid. The exec heavy composition, you know, with the triple duelist on the defense is also going to be, like I said, execute heavy. It's going to come down to this first round, and it seems like it's a stack for a stack on A.
Yeah, A site very, very dangerous, especially towards Rubble in the beginning couple of rounds on Lotus, and I'm excited to see how well they match up against each other, as it doesn't look like we're stacking towards A immediately, as already we're going to be seeing a bit of Garnet Valley rotating away.
4 stacks still. Walking up in onto it. The first fight going to be engaged in, but not much found other than a couple of taps. Flash going a little bit too deep, and Astro now going to take advantage of the chaos. Wins the gunfights, at least for the beginning. Goes for 1-for-1. HP low Wyvern onto another, but they're collapsing onto this, and it's bleeding blue here. Taps yet again, though. Rogue 3 out towards Breakable. Last hope? Nah. Last man standing and the one to fall.
Yeah, what a trap Garnet Valley was able to set there for New Hope Solebury. New Hope, I thought they were going to rush in. I thought they were going to get the one on site and just completely push in towards the back, towards Rope as well. But they just were able to knock down any hope that New Hope had. Solebury just wasn't really able to mount together a push, and that does come with that smoke sitting on that site or just in front of it. But you also have a lot of good individual talent from Garnet Valley that will play dividends for them if they can keep up their aim duels.
Well, like we said, and like you just mentioned, the aim has been impeccable. Vandal being picked up by Astro to try and hold down A solo. And honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way, right? You can go for the long-range engagement, punish the fact that it is an eco round out of New Hope Solebury. Immediately, though, they regroup, not wanting to, I guess, take that fight. That smoke really pressuring them away. I don't know what Wyvern is doing there. Probably just having a five-time memeing. But like we said, it is an eco, so they're going to punish it as much as possible. TP's on in. I mean, honestly, if New Hope Solebury is able to get the plant down, that'll be a huge boon for them. Managing to find one with a classic in hand, but it's going to be impossible to recover that Guardian. Wyvern walking up in, spots onto one, whiffs, but the rest of the team is there, and it's looking grim.
Just the retake came in, Meow able to get there from Sand, and all together, New Hope, they got 2 off the board from Garnet Valley, one of which was Wyvern, who didn't buy out, it doesn't look like, so they're still going to go into the next round, being able, into the bonus as well, being able to buy for themselves, but you got at least that Guardian offline. That's going to hit their economy very well. And now we should be able to see a full buy coming out from New Hope Solebury. And let's see if they're able to bring it back, because it hopefully will be full buy versus full buy. But Garnet Valley, the economy may look a little bit struggle worth if they can't fix this third round to turn their way.
I mean, it's rifles v rifles, right? They bought up into, I think, an FPX buy to some degree. Astro going to send out that Trailblazer. Gets a good amount of information, but Ultra now needing to fall off the angle as a result of this. Astro, again, they were the ones with the really solid aim previously, but it was off of a smoke drop down towards that middle of A main. And honestly, I think they were reconsidering this A hit.
Gotta be careful there. FN trying to play from the flank, but the teleport does get them back, so that's going to be a lot of information found, and this A hit is still just being a struggle. Who can get that first conflict?
I think the issue, though, is that they're making a decent amount of noise here, so the contact is going to be taken. The reason I was saying reconsider is because I can't tell if they were going for a re-rotate or a stall to try and, like, play for that timing, because the amount of noise made here gives Beast the perfect position, by the way. They sent out all the Yoru utility. Watermelon is going to be another one popped here. Seedless as they drop, and now it's just down to one player. The confusion builds here as Rogue 3 is yet again the last player standing. Wyvern trying to be a little silly with the knife. Just barely stays alive for Beast to take you. And again, it was all off the fact that they kind of didn't have a game plan.
They really didn't. You could see them sitting in rubble, just trying to figure out where to go. If they even rotated out, they used a lot of their utility that they weren't going to be able to trap down C or B if they were to rotate. And even sitting on A, they weren't playing that initial contact together. They were throwing maybe 1 or 2 flashes out, maybe getting one caught off guard from Garnet Valley. But it came down to that first conflict from B sitting in tree. It was beautiful. A spray down on 2, and it's gonna have to come down to New Hope Solebury looking for a way in. It's very early stages of the first map, but it will come down to how well they can play off of each other.
Well, we see the G2 Singer by, and they are grouped up together, so hopefully they can play off of each other. Hand in hand, they're already on in. Angels coming through, but Beast already has that Empress. The Queen is out, gets punished, finally. Astro, though, still alive. And just because one king falls, one piece crumbles, doesn't mean the rest of them aren't there. And this is looking tough. 4 in a row to get things started would be such a devastating play. But with a Stinger in hand, what can you do? What can we ask of you?
Not much at the current moment. New Hope Solebury, they pushed out onto site. You only had one playing back, which was Bio Ultra looking for the flank. The flank, however, never came to fruition, and so you played all alone at that final moments of round 4. And now New Hope Solebury, they're looking for anything. They haven't had any momentum going their way in the early stages of Lotus, and it truly can just pronounce how well Garnet Valley is playing together, especially Beast winning their initial conflicts.
Yeah, I mean, getting those first bloods as Reyna is so important because of the utility that Reyna has. You need to just rely on simply getting the dismiss away, getting the heal. I don't know what Beast is up to. I guess Beast is straight up going for this contact hunt. Paranoia going to land because Beast had to push away due to all that gunfire and spray. Spike now gonna drop, and they know that it's towards the C site, but with how much noise and damage has been made, the call has been made. The rotate for both sides.
Here.
Astro gets traded 1 for 1. Dimensional Drift is active as well. Unsure exactly of where they need to go. Watermelon's just making a lot of noise towards B, but the fake is not going to be coming to fruition. They know this should be an A plant. And with 3 players up and on the site, this might be a round to be stolen away. They also have an ultimate available, but Wyvern going to go a little too wide here. Efan gets the double to keep them competitive. But Mighty, they still have that run it back available down towards tree. Matter of this utility and how it's used. Flash in hand. Pops the curveball, catches onto 1. Needs to reposition, but it can't be done.
That nearly came down to every single player needing to find their one. And we mentioned it in the last round, how Beast was that person for the initial conflicts, and they got taken down near immediately. That was a great job by New Hope Solebury to realize that and rotate over towards the A site. They just couldn't hold it down. The lurks came through, the rotate through rubble, and Afan got the double over near stairs. What a round for Garnet Valley, just to make a stamp on it, saying, hey, you may get a little bit of momentum during this round, but we have to make sure that you get nothing out of this game as of yet. 5-0 now. Garnet Valley do go up, and with those Seekers coming out as well, a lot of information going to be found towards this B site.
That's my big hope here for New Hope, is the fact that they have 4 ultimates and they should invest them. We see the Seekers give early info. Orb's going to be picked up for free. No punish. Efan's just going to get all of this real estate as if it's free, but he does go for the fight, loses it. It's a little precarious. Watermelon takes their equal down, and the numbers advantage are going back into New Hope. So hopefully they can get themselves towards the C site. Dimensional Drift's going to be active, clearing out and giving the confirmation for New Hope that they can entry here. Alongside Phoenix's ulti, this should be a good double down. Mighty gonna find the first, doesn't get the second, but it doesn't matter. The rest of New Hope is there immediately within a second. We don't get to see it, but we get to hear it. With the champion sound playing and ringing through. This is the first round found for New Hope.
That's exactly what we wanted to see as well. The team playing together. The Dimensional Drift came out, pinpoint where on the map that that Garnet Valley was holding from on C site, exited the Dimensional Drift towards the back of the site and was able to play it down. And we even saw Bio Ultra get online and active there. 3 kills found for his name now. And New Hope Solebury, more of that, please. I want to see the competitiveness that we know is within them.
At this point now, Efan has just been consistently taking the space. They want to punish it. No, they don't. He just keeps getting orb here multiple times in a row. The 3 stack should be cut off here. And there it is. Great use of the Trailblazer. Long range engagement not falling in Beast's favor. And now all these players are getting picked up side by side, but Meow keeps them competitive just a little bit.
I love the default that we're seeing from New Hope Solebury, able to just make sure you can get that first pick and then look for a site. Getting that man advantage early on has been very strong for him.
But Wyvern is not the man to do it. They've been consistently having a rough time of these shots. Now though, Showstopper gonna come on through. Meow, they kept him competitive previously, shoots it at the feet. It's unfortunate, but Ultra's there. Now just up to Astro. They got a 4K in the previous round, but they cannot manage to get it here again.
Wow, 2 rounds in a row for Solebury, and they're looking to push forward and make this one competitive. Garnet Valley still have yet to hit that 6-round marker for this first half. They haven't gotten the majority as of yet, or even forced a tie. And New Hope Solebury now, with the economy starting to look very strong as they start getting those consecutive rounds, their economy just going to keep ramping up. And that kit that they have, so aggressive with Phoenix and Yoru. You got Chamber as well with the Tour de Force available, but not going to get put online just as of yet.
No, definitely not yet.
Honestly, I feel like you use it for an eco round. I feel like it would make a lot of sense. If I'm not mistaken, it's also a broken buy here for Garnet Valley, so we're expecting them to have a rough time of it. We have some rifles, but the utility might be lackluster. Doesn't matter though, the rifle's in the right hands. Astro, multiple times, rising to the occasion when they need to, and it's not just one, it's two. Unfortunately for these two, they're gonna be blasted out of here. And Odin in hand disproves my theory of them being on a weaker buy. No, they're here in full throttle. Garnet Valley want to lock in this half. Players are running in, but please don't go one by one. It's one. Don't line up here together. Wyvern just messing around, regrouping. The flash is in hand. They're good. No way. They invested dimensional drift to confirm this?
One enemy remaining.
What are we doing? What are we doing? This is insane. That is the most unfortunate clutch I've ever seen.
I don't think unfortunate's the word I have to see. I just don't know.
We threw that like,
what are we doing?
So unfortunate. No, it was a miscommunication on the game plan. Ultimate engaged 100%. For no reason, peeking one by one into it. Now you have to call these plays out because at this point, New Hope's in striking distance.
My question is as well, Garnet Valley. Spike was just on the other side of the entrance. You could have waited for Wyvern to get their smoke, put it rubble. Now you have opportunities because it's a one-player team at that point. It's a 1v2. You have the space to rotate out. But now Garnet Valley, they're down 3 rounds in a row, and they need to look for some other momentum because if they keep this up, Economy and Broken Buys are not going to be the way for them.
Yeah, now this is a bit rougher of a buy. Beast is going to try and take the raw gunfight, but can't get much out of it. Wyvern holding in towards the A site. Onto tree, making sure they can't push in. Beast is literally a whiff away from death. Pushes into a smoke that they're spamming. And now the confusion starts to rattle my brain. Ifan, who has consistently got this C control, is going to go for it again. Needs to go for a flick, but can't find it. Gets split by Watermelon. And now New Hope, Solebury, they're going to get this B site for free. Should get the plant as well. But Astro, playing to spoil, gets flashed out of position, gets spoiled themselves. And now needs to be a decision, change, pace, something here. What's going on? Players going down. Yet again, Garnet Valley's just down to 2. They're dying on every extremity.
They're playing extremely aggressive and they're facing 1v1s they should not be facing. Wow, what shot from Wyvern there, but they will get paid for it at the end of the round. And what started out as a 5-0 series, 5-0 game so far from Garnet Valley quickly now turned completely on its head as New Hope Solebury was able to get 4 rounds in a row. And we haven't seen much of that individual talent that we saw early on from Garnet Valley. We're not seeing those first conflicts get taken down by Beast or Ifan anymore on their respective sites. It's been one after another where the aggressive nature of their defense is breaking themselves down and putting them at man disadvantages they should not be playing with.
And again, okay, they bought up into this, so they're like consistently buying, and so the snowball for New Hope Solebury is just going to be that much more omnipotent. Every single time we see them come in, they're just going to be like, yeah, we're good. We have the money to contest with you. Beast now needs to lock down tree, but it's just going to be a tap on the door. All it is those taps. The taps, they matter. Astro takes down Ultra. Another opening of this. Beast is in a nice position. Whiffs the shots. A little bit whiffage here. No way. A little bit too scared in the moment. Astro now needing to lock this down. They have been a hero in the past, but can they do it again? They have not been a hero since that 1 round prior. Wyvern rising to the occasion. Flashes out. Wall straight in the middle, so they cannot entry. Locks themselves into tree. And now they have to pick up the broken pieces of where they left off. They are literally corralled all the way in tree with no exit strategy.
Let's just flank though. To push.
30 seconds left.
This TP out though does relieve some of that pressure. The plant is going to come through. They have made this fake and sold it well, but Astro back at it again, doing Astro shenanigans and things. It's up to Rogue 3 to be the last hope here. At this point, they're playing... Whoa, what is he? He's playing to wrap around into here, catch one of these players off guard. I mean, honestly, I like it. A little heads-up play. onto the first, but is it planted for you? You have numbers. You're going to be at a disadvantage. Needs to reconsider. The defuse getting started. The first round we see lost here, and it was off of a really dubious play, to say the least. Not even dubious near the end. I would say from the very beginning.
I have to agree with you on that one as well. I mean, I gotta give it to Beast. I do believe Beast played that correctly. Didn't show on the initial opening of the door, and then showed on the second time, able to do on the right side, so you get that one way down onto rubble while everyone else is pushed up against the wall. They just couldn't land the shots necessary in order to close that round out from the very beginning, but then you have Astro as well. Even after the Omen teleport went in to get that spike planted on C, Astro swung into Tree, got the final two, and was able to make it a 1v4. I love that play.
Solid plays and solid heads up is everything we need to see. Watermelon dimensional drift out and active, already has all this space towards the C site. Seekers coming through, gives them info on this push, on this retake. Paint shells out as well, but the plant's gonna go down. It has not been stopped. Astro takes down Rogue, and that gives them the entry here yet again. Beast now making up for lost time previously, but these Guardians, they fly. Wyvern not dead yet, but no, neither is Watermelon. Like, so genuinely, Garnet Valley is back.
They are coming in full force as well. We were looking for them to figure out answers of what went wrong on those 4 consecutive rounds that they lost, and then they finally have done it. Majority in this first half confirmed as we go to the final round in this map. Final round in the first half of Lotus and Garnet Valley. What happened in that middle of the half? We were just full questions have been thrown out there, and now Astro and the rest of Garnet Valley starting to give us the answers we were looking for.
I mean, they just played retake twice, and they had a trap towards the A side. Honestly, if it worked really well for the A hold, and it was almost as if they shot themselves. New Hope, they just got tucked into Tree, and then they couldn't find an exit strategy. Concuss onto the flash, onto the fake, and now big little question mark here. Beast is going to equalize the score. Line is going down now. Needing to fight together. Flash to come through. Beast gets onto another. Beast gets onto 3 here.
Oh, wow.
Astro's still on the hold. Beast is hunting for it. Gets the dink, but not the body shot. Low HP onto 1, and that's going to give Astro the setup here for the 8-4. Astro finding the last in those crucial moments.
Initially going into the middle of this first half, I was thinking, yeah, New Hope Solebury, they're bringing it back. The snowball effect is starting to trap down Garnet Valley, and then Garnet Valley does what Garnet Valley does, and that is give us the confidence in them that we need. And that's the confidence we need for the entirety of today, because not only are they facing New Hope Solebury right now, but after this they have Forest Hills to combat against, and so the confidence that they're showing needs to stay there. But as we do go over to the second half, 3 duelists, very aggressive composition on their agent selection, and I mean, it's gonna give them the advantage, especially because it's a 3-sided map, which goes already in the favor of your attacking side.
Honestly, it's also the players are a little hot and cold, but when they're hot, they are rolling. They just need a little bit of a reset probably in the comms, and they're good to go. This plant's gonna go immediately down towards the Beast site. Rogue 3 wants to hold it. Can't do much though. Just has to play like a rat. Gets the 1-for-1, but the numbers advantage is yet again in favor here of Garnet Valley. Shots do come through for Linus though, but Wyvern's up and ready. They need to find some sort of equalizing shot, some sort of advantage, but they have not been able to do so. Even then, post-mortem, Wyvern is getting traded. Watermelon, low at 22 HP. You're a whiff away from death, buddy. A stray bullet and you're gone. Literally a right click is what takes you down. At long range, nerfed. Little outline, doesn't matter. 1 shot landed.
Yeah, and Garnet Valley, I'm pretty sure they also surprised New Hope Solebury of what site they decided to attack. Normally on first round's pistol, you're looking towards that A site, you're looking towards C site, and a lot of Scholastic esports here on the Lotus map. And they decided, hey, let's just run it straight down the middle. Let's go B. And they completely shut down the site as Rouge 3 had to back out. They couldn't even hold the site. They had to play like a rat in the corner because all the information was already found.
Ultra gonna get out themselves, wants to go for those head taps, but unfortunately gets tapped himself, and now B site is going to be wide open yet again. Multiple times Garnet Valley has had the ability to just enter into here without any sort of recourse, so you start to see this game plan take root, take form. Bucky up close, whips the first shot, tries to get another, can't get it. Mighty gets the trade. So at least they get some value for their play here, but regardless, they're just going to crumble apart like cotton candy in water.
Not much there you can do. We saw the Bucky drop. That was the only gun for spot up. And now we're going to be looking for another way for New Hope Solebury to find a new hope for themselves. Garnet Valley, 3 rounds away from winning this first matchup. And they are doing it in a very dominant fashion with the aggressive nature that they have put on showcase here today. And I really do think this is what we came to expect from Garnet Valley. We see them in seasons past play that very aggressive defense and offense on both sides of each map, but the way they're doing it here, they're running it down B and they just don't have a care in the world.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? All the util gets dumped into one area and they can just stun and run and gun. Beast, look at that assist line, by the way. Picks up a Vandal and is going to fight forward into the fray, into the mouth of the void. Wide swings, gets onto a third. Meow gonna pick up the slack on the side, and now it cannot slack off. Watermelon needs to be the one to find, but can't do much. No, he literally just gets traded out instantly by Beast.
Yeah, this is the beast we were looking for from the very beginning of this game. Inconsistencies did start to show. It plagued them very early on after their initial 5, and now they're starting to find that stride back again. And you really said it. That one elimination that had 3 assists, 3 players assisting in one go. That's the powerfulness of communication when it comes down to utilizing your utility properly, and it truly has showcased so far for Garnet Valley as they try to do it again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, but the stack is now there. Beast is going to blind, has the Empress. Molly on the ground, takes onto the first, but Linus gets the trade. Nice little crossfire setup. You got to play like a rat sometimes to win the cheese. Oh, but look, Watermelon Wait is already playing to contain. Finds on the first and TP's out. They get the numbers. Now, the one thing that happened was they could not recover a rifle. I think they only managed to recover Beasts, so it doesn't put them in a huge advantage, but still, numbers are there, and it's got Garnet kind of rattled, actually.
Yeah, but nearly that timing came to play for Ethan. But you really said it. Sometimes you have to play a rat to get the cheese. Well, they got the cheese. They got the one way up. They have the man advantage, and now it's time for them to hold it.
Not a moment where you can whiff Watermelon. Wyvern getting onto another. They're bringing it back here, and that opens up the C side off that pick. Linus now having a Bucky in hand, waiting for someone to push in potentially, but it is very unlikely. They have the majority of the site, the numbers advantage. Actually, Wyvern might be the one to do it. Bold and Afraid has the Not Dead Yet available. Gonna go for it. Wait, there's no way they're pushing into this. There's no way. Were they just setting up for Meow to go get that pain shell kill?
I really think so, but now it's a 1v2.
I don't even know, man. Rogue 3, though. Honestly, it's doable. Has a Vandal in hand. Just needs to find that first pick. Gonna push on in the flash. Avoids it. TP'd on through. Rogue 3. TP's into the corner. You would have been dead either way, buddy.
1 on sand, 1 on site. Just a spray down for match point as Garnet Valley get their 12th round here on Lotus. 1 more, and this is something we haven't seen so far. Look at Linus pulling out the operator. I'm excited to see which site he's going to be utilizing that one on. Most likely going to be A, but as we've grown to love Garnet Valley, they've grown to love a B site push. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And well, they had to get off this time though. They did have to rotate, so maybe maybe they'll meet the same fate as we're already looking. New Hope Solebury stacking it with 3 on site, but it looks more the default style right now from Garnet Valley.
I think they just wanted to make it seem like they were going to take a fight somewhere, but it ended up being a pivot. I mean, they just run through here. Beast is just going to dominate like they have been, right? No issue. No problems. None found. Ultra's up close. Run and gun with a judge. Why don't you flash to come through? Mighty has it. Finds the 2. Finds the 3. Needs to reload and reposition. Catches one with the bulldog. Has another flash. And that decision was right.
Ooh.
You do not want to peek that alone without any utility.
Oh, I love a Brock time, but unfortunately today it was not Brock time. It was only time for Mighty to come out swinging. 4 kills on site with a bulldog, and they're gonna buy up as well into a vandal for this one, and it's a good round to cap it off for New Hope Solebury, but they still have to do it one more time. Well, many more than at least one, but they have to go 1 at a time this time. And Garnet Valley starting to force all the way forward, and this is going to become very precarious.
Talk about precarious. Again, it's 1 round that they need to find here, and they are ready to invest it all. Showstopper going to come on through. Gonna keep players at bay. Meow wanting to clear out towards water, and he gets literally a clear towards water and towards spawn. Both cleared out. Just absolute dominance out of this team. Garnet Valley is not gonna give anything up here. Like, Rogue 3 again is the last player standing. Has an Odin, but the time is gonna run thin, and the players are already here to find you. Beast is gonna get that info, and now immediately a group fight comes on through. Flashed over Mound, and he sprays down, but these guys are gonna go from every angle because they can. And 13-5 is what it's going to be. Garnet Valley not allowing for New Hope to even get an inch, a mile, a little segment, a little sliver. No.
They didn't even touch the cheese. I really don't think they even got a hand towards it. I think even if they tried reaching for it, Garnet Valley was like, hey, here's a spatula. Let me just whack, whack, whack. Nope, no touching for you. This is all ours, because Garnet Valley came in. They played proper. They played together. And we even saw some individual efforts from all 5 players on Garnet Valley. Beast being one of those monumental players so far in that match, and also Astro clutching up a couple of the rounds. You get the little bit of lurks from Ethan, you get Wyvern playing their part, Meow doing the exact same, and still credit where credit is due to New Hope Solebury. They gave us doubts. They gave us doubts in the first half where they were able to get 4 in succession, and it truly did showcase that that is still one team you need to be wary of if you come across it. But Garnet Valley playing extremely aggressive, played all the way together, and that team is now 3-1 on the rap sheets.
Well, honestly, we'll see if they can do a little bit more than just 3-1, because the next matchup that we have is another Garnet Valley one. And this time they're going to be facing off against Forest Hills. So if you're a Garnet Valley fan, or if you've become one as a result of their game, stick around for some more PIA action after this short break. Hello everyone and welcome back from our short break. We are here yet again with another Garnet Valley Classic, but this time they're going to be going up against Forest Hills. If you stayed tuned for the previous match, you saw all of the crazy shenanigans that happened here and will happen here on PIEA. My name is Nerds. I'm here with KevDog and we are getting straight back into it. We're going into a really familiar territory, I gotta say. Oh yeah.
I mean, it definitely is familiar because hey, what map did we play on the last map?
Lotus.
Yeah, well, we're going right back to Lotus once again, and guess who was on defense to start us out? Just like map 1 against New Hope Solebury, Garnet Valley, they'll return to defense to start us out here against Forest Hills, and so it only comes down to agent selection and get right in.
Honestly, we saw what we kind of saw what was gonna happen, so maybe it's gonna be the same thing here with the triple duelist, double duelist, all the chaos coming through. Obviously, some of these hovers that are coming out, Astro makes sense, hovering right now on that sky, but we'll see if it gets locked in. On the flip side, we already do see some locks, a bit more agent variety. Clove, Chamber, Breach. Obviously, Chamber is carried over from the previous match, but I think this is really nice to see. Vita, okay. My personal pick for the Sentinel class is out and about. I'm very excited for this.
Yeah, I am too. And we get double Sentinel. We get only one duelist here so far for not Garnet Valley, Forest Hills. And now I'm starting to question as well. Garnet Valley, very convincing win against New Hope Solebury. Are they looking to be just as convincing this time around? Because it does look like we're getting a couple of switch ups now as Efan stays on Yoru, but Astro, last match, they were playing Sky. Now this time they're switching over to Reyna. So consistency may start to falter as we go into this matchup.
Maybe not. Meow's still playing roulette on what they want to play here, but near the end they're going to lock into something. I feel like for Garnet Valley, they're just comfortable in playing whatever, so they tend to just play like that. And we get the locks to come through here. Astra is going to be picked up here as well for Beast. Honestly, they played really well in the previous game, so them being on the controller role does not surprise me. Gives some agency to these other players like Astro, Meow, and Efan. So hopefully that will be a nice little change of pace.
Yeah, and I mean, let's see how they're going to utilize that as well. They had that game plan. They probably will end up sticking with that game plan as well, because Meow going to be playing on Waylay now instead of instead of Sky from the last match. So you don't have the heals for the entire team like Garnet Valley did in the last match, but I don't really think they needed that altogether because they were able to play so convincing and win those conflicts, and I'm going to be looking for them to do that again, especially now that you're back on defense. You know it worked in the last team, but Forest Hills could be playing completely different than what New Hope Solebury was able to bring to their forwards.
Oh, things are going to get started. Meow going to be stunned out of position immediately. Dart to slow them down on the entry. Strike Force is out. Interceptor's there, and this is a different sort of team. Forest Hills a lot faster on the exec as the entry, as well as the positioning being that much better. At this point, it's just these last two players standing, but Beast has been that clutch maker, that clutch player. Gets onto another, wants the third, but can't get it. Efan, now last player standing, isolates 5 HP, a bullet, and you are gone. A whiff, and you are gone. Not try hard. On that veto, does not have crosscut set up, doesn't have the interceptor available either. It's just going to be playing towards heaven. It's going to come down to who has the gun play. At this point, the better positioning is there for not try hard. Should be a gimme. Gets towards the half, peeks out. There it is. Got rough near the end, but it was still picked up by Forest Hills.
Yeah, this is another thing swinging out. New Hope Solebury couldn't really win their gunfights with pistols, but Forest Hills came in swinging. Didn't care about anything happening on the B site, doing exactly what Garnet Valley did on the map, on the match prior, where they chose B, ran it down the middle, caught them off guard, and yeah, we did see that that dart from Wyvern in order to slow them down, but they just broke it and ran right in, because I mean, why not? If it works the first time, let's see if it works on the second.
Ooh, shot a little bit wide. It's all right. Meow's gonna walk up in to the space, but cannot get a fight in their favor. Aftershock gonna force Astro out of position. Not try hard, getting onto another. Really wants Evolution online as fast as possible. Beast now, they bought up into this, so they have to find some value. Gonna peek out, not find anything. Mini Booper gonna boop you. Meow wants to recover, but can't do it. And now you just have 2 to the 5. Numbers uneven in your favor. Wyvern, though, gonna pick up onto 1. And realizes that there is a better weapon on the field, but there's also 3 players watching your every step, every movement. Efam is also at 2 HP. 1 hit away and you're gone. There's not much that can really happen here for the side of Garnet Valley. And the buy-up is only going to make it harder for them on this 3rd round.
Yeah, confidence starting to falter early on in this matchup against Forest Hills, as Garnet Valley haven't been able to find anything. 1 gun as well, 1 rifle was forced up, so their economy not going to be all the way together. Beast and Efan, both of them low on their eco, so let's see what the credits will be able to bring them going into this 3rd round. But the bonus now for Forest Hills is that they didn't really lose too much of their buy from round 2, so they get to run it in. You get that Vandal on Mini Booper, and now it's just going to be utilizing that as they push towards A.
At this point, hopefully, we can see a different change of pace. Astro has a rifle in hand, whiffs onto the first, and it's going to allow this player to come in. Bacon Lover not expecting Astro to stay in that position. Probably reading into the tuck, wanting to get a little over aggro, but that's going to cost them the spike. It's now in no man's land, and they need to play recovery. It's still doable, though. If you look at the mini-map, there's a Reyna flanking. Even though this Reyna is devastating, Astro on for the 3, gets onto 4. An ace here would be astronomical for the mental of Garnet Valley. Strike Force now. Again, towards the backside. They were the ones flanking. They were the ones making that damage. Strike Force gonna fall to Meow, preferring a flawless over an ace. And honestly, that's fine.
Okay, now honestly, If I am Meow, though, I would play my life. So I get to keep the weapon, but the information was found so Astro can still get the ace. I feel like there was a way for Astro to get that ace. I really do, with all of them keeping that 5. But you know what? They went down 2 rounds in very convincing fashions. I really like what we were able to see from Forest Hills early on, and now they still, because of it, get to force buy all the way up with full kits. So Forest Hills now going to be Rifles v Rifles, and they have the better economy as well. So it's going to be very dangerous for Garnet Valley here towards C.
And if they play like they have been playing, it's just going to be a fast rush and entry. Interceptor out, so no utility can stop them. Lear comes through as well to get them into it, but Beast though understands that, hey, no utility, that means we got guns to go into you. A 3K found forces Mini Blooper into the not dead yet. So many ultimates, so much pressure, and Beast is there to take it all.
What a clamp down Garnet Valley was able to provide. That interceptor wasn't able to work. I mean, well, the interceptor worked with the utility, but the gunfights didn't go the way of Forest Hills whatsoever. Just spray them down, and Garnet Valley doing exactly what they did on the first, what New Hope Solebury did on the first map with 3 duelists. So we already knew they were going to play pretty aggressive, and now you also get the ultimate online from Astra. That can give you so much space on the defense, especially if you know exactly where they're going to be, and they're going to try to push up towards Rubble, and it's going to be very dangerous now for Forest Hills.
Oh, Beast and Astra hand in hand. This is brutal. I get it's an eco round. But even then, was it an eco or not? They did buy up, didn't they? Some stuff. We don't gotta be this brutal.
I don't know. I kind of like the brutal. I like the brutality here. I really do, because we need that confidence to be exuding from Garnet Valley again from that first match very early on. Didn't show out. Astro and Beach weren't matching each other, so they weren't really able to push forward. And now they're starting to land their shots now that they get on rifles, have full kits. The flashes are coming through. That Lear, especially from Astro, playing dividends for them. And the answer is going to have to be found from Forest Hills if they want to keep this match close.
A lot slower this round. Forest Hills not wanting to go for their rush strategy, considering that it has been a bit of an easier time to read into, but it doesn't stop Beast from taking B control immediately. Every single time, this dude just takes fights. Straight up. Flash available for Bacon Lover, has the perfect timing, expecting them to get overzealous, and does such a good job. This collapse. They're expecting it. The default play worked out so well for them. Ultimate's going to be invested into here. Stuns onto Meow. Meow still winning that one in the trade. And now EFAM's got the position. EFAM consistently has gotten C, even from the previous game, and going to use it here to get them the 4th round.
Yeah, EFAM just playing to their own strengths. You called it very early on as well. How Garnet Valley, they were playing very independent characters and agents here on Lotus, and they were going to play for themselves. We are now seeing that come into full effect, especially for EFAM towards C, and then Astro as well, sending that Lear out, just going to be able to run down Blitz like on A, and they're holding down their respective sites perfectly.
Oh, it didn't land. Robotics Master going to be the one with the stronger operator in hand. Bacon Lover as well. Oh, but this converging paths could really stunt them, slow them down. There it is. Interceptor can't stop you. Meow. Now going to activate that. Refract dashes on in. Spots onto the players, but cannot find them. It is grim. You have died. Beast yet again. Roaring, tearing through. Licensed here. But time and time again, we see the tides turn. The only issue is that you're so low on HP if you're Robotics Master. You have to rely on this op.
The fake comes out perfectly. Wyvern looking to rotate towards B, could potentially go back towards C, but they're going to opt to hold this angle here on the B site. As look at that, Forest Hills already on the C site, able to make the plant, and they're going to play into that tour de force for Robotniks.
Playing into Mound. One thing I see though is the refreshable dart is coming back here. We do have information potentially. Strikeforce playing it heads up in the corner. Takes down Wyvern, and now finally a round picked up for Forest Hills after losing 4 in a row.
Yeah, and the back and forth that we've seen Garnet Valley do regarding their consistency has to be mentioned, but we also still get those individual performances consistently from Astro and Beast. That last round, Beast got 3 on site, couldn't get the 4th, got taken down, and then it just came down to that 2v1 for Forest Hills that was able to bring it all together with a successful fake on the rotate and just playing everything together. The communication fantastic from Forest Hills and both squads independently.
Oh my gosh, already a brawl's gonna get started here. Tries to spam but can't find it. Not a try hard, and Bacon Lover working hand in hand. The intercept, remember, it eats up all that utility, gobbles it right up. Wyvern gets one with a shock dart in hand. But yet again, this attacking side is not going to relent. This is some of the stuff we saw previously on their attacking half when they pushed on in, but Beast has been the difference maker. Spam through the smoke. That's the only thing that stops you between life and death.
I mean, there's a lot of other things, but at this point for Garnet Valley, it has to be something. You have 4 ultimates now online, but 2 rounds lost. The economy, though, still not looking terrible. You have Beast with over 4,000 credits. You have Astro over at 1,600, and the rest with under 1,000. But now Forest Hills starting to get confident, starting to go on a roll, and I'm looking to see if they're going to play more of a default style here and play off of that initial conflict.
Op v op. Dimensional Drift going to be active. Efan has been getting this information for them consistently, and it makes sense. There's also someone guarding the TP. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Hunter Shuri's going to be invested off the back of it. Gives information on to 1, but that's just going to be enough for Efan. That's perfect. He's just going to hold on to Mound still, understanding that they were leaning towards this place from the beginning. Evolution going to be active as well, so this flash should not do much. Tryhard going to take down onto them. A Beast yet again. I see that Immortal Gun Buddy. I understand it. I've seen it since the beginning of the game, but I'm not always one to rank check players. But you gotta call it out when you see it, because this dude has been unstoppable.
He really has. Now they're going to have a 3v3 as well. Let me rephrase that. 2v3, 2v2. But Garnet Valley needed to showcase what they're known for.
This operator has just been online every single time that it's been needed, and Strikeforce now holding in the perfect position. They even have the fault line active, breaks it. Just gonna be that 1-for-1. Bacon Lover's there, and it's the numbers advantage ringing true every single time.
And they got the op back as well. That's all they really needed to save from that round. Is one, the round in its own victory, as Forest Hills takes the lead for the second time now, because they got that first and second in combatants. But Forest Hills as well. 3 unanswered rounds for the 4 unanswered that Garnet Valley was originally able to redesign. And now we're looking as that operator is back in the hands of robotics. And it can truly become dangerous in the hands of anyone here on Forest Hills.
Ooh, Astro trying to go for the pre-fire, but cannot get it. Pre-fire is always fun for me to see if they can really land the correct timings. Vito is trying to set up... Vito's setting up interceptors as well, and crosscut to TP on out. They're going to be going for an A to B hit here. Any Booper as well. Gonna get ahead of the game. No, Strikeforce gonna be the one to try and do it, and can't get it. Robotics Master traded out back and forth, but it is burning blue. Playing for the retake this time. Garnet Valley is more than comfortable with it. Mini Booper now also use the not dead yet, so they have to go for this fight. They must take it immediately. Gets shot down, shut out by Beast.
Who else is going to take a 4K in the round to tie things up as we go to the penultimate round of the first half here on Lotus between Garnet Valley and Forest Hills? And look at that KDA from Beast already. We mentioned that Immortal Gun Buddy. We mentioned it there, and how phenomenal this team of Garnet Valley in specific of Beast has been playing. But 27-2. on Astra, just running it down. And yet somehow, some way, Forest Hills still able to combat it to keep this one to a very close game.
Ooh, EFAM gets out, but not in the nick of time. Robotics Master going to take them down. Wyvern now trying to stunt them with this dart. Interceptor comes out late, so it is going to slow them down. But now that this Interceptor is out, they cannot fight back into the site. They need to wait it out. Shot, though, does not land for Meow. Oh, that recall was just a bit rough, but they are still very comfortable in their 5v5, their 4v4. Their retake potential is huge. Astronomical here for Astro and Beast.
A whole team effort. Wyvern just trying to slow them down before they can get that spike planted. Astra, Beast, and Efan as well got that initial conflict. They got that first blood and was able to turn it around for enough information of, hey, they're just running this down. They know I'm alone on this site. So please rotate, guys. Like, help. Please, 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 please. But we're on the final round of the first half. Forest Hills, really strong chance to tie this thing up, but look at that economy buy. They don't have full rifles. It's gonna be a broken buy from all 5 players.
Broken buys, a favorite thing to watch. It's gonna get scrappy here in 12. Rolling Thunder invested, and they are going to pressure the site consistently. Beast, though, rises to the occasion. Drone not gonna spot out as much as they would like. The shock dart whiffing. What's going on? Huh?
Yo, Wyvern, by the way, Meow's on the other team.
Yeah, I mean, Mao is on your team. Strike Force, though, holding back. Waiting for the perfect timing. Efan's gonna get onto one more here. Catches the time onto one. Needs to dismiss back towards safety. It's planted for you. Gets onto another before the flash can land here. Strike Force standing in the face of Efan. Waiting for the time. Just making noise. Understand that EFAM is the one that needs to push. Flash going into it. And Strike Force plays ahead of it.
What a play from Strike Force, tying this one up. They didn't really care about the broken buy Forest Hills was on. They were like, hey, let's just go tree. They don't hold that very often. Well, even with that Rolling Thunder getting active, trying to stun them from getting on site, it just came out to play all together. Not trying to stun them from getting on site, trying to stun the people on site. And Big Lover truly got that original kill onto Robotics Master. And now, 6-6 going into the second half. Very aggressive team composition for Garnet Valley, but the confidence not exuding from Astro like it did in the last match. So we haven't been able to see them get active.
Let's see them get active now. Also, Not Tryhard is using this Interceptor super aggressively ever consistently, and I like that they're trying to go for stuff like this, but I think it's just rough. I think the positioning of this chokehold is a lot smarter, this little trip. But the plant's gonna go down before any action's taken. Mini Booper gonna immediately find the first. It's gonna be followed up by a whole host of chaos, but down to the 3v3. Retake needs to come on through. Strike Force gives away their position, and Mini Booper gonna take advantage of it. Consistently, Mini Booper again for the 4K. The only player to find some damage here. Needs to go for the ace, but stopped by Meow.
I really love that flashback though from Meow. We saw them teleport on the site, or not teleport, but rush on the site, rush back, draw the crosshair towards the spike, and is just able to knock down. Full team effort there as well, as we saw Beast get active very early on. Astro got one, we saw Efan get one as well, and now Meow to tap everything out. The advantage here in the going into the second half for Garnet Valley as they look towards the second round with full buys. But look at that one Bucky that we're seeing on Strike Force. If they can get close, they can get active, completely change the course.
Hopefully. But Beast is definitely someone that's going to keep the course corrected. They have single-handedly been one of the most insane mechanical players that we've seen out of Garnet Valley. For Forest Hills, that could spell disaster. Not Tryhard, though, in a heads-up position, but cannot find the head. That's rough. On the eco, you'd expect maybe 1, maybe 2, but the damage has been dealt. Only 1 player to go down. It's literally just 1 to fall.
Wow. What a rundown by Garnet Valley. And as we go into that bonus round for them as well, they're not really forcing too much into this round. You can even see it as well. Beast sticking on the classic. Don't really want to push for anything because they know, hey, there's a possibility that they're gonna full buy. We know Strike Force went with the Bucky in the last round. Looks like they're gonna try to do this in this one as well. They have credits in order to force up a full shield, give them a little bit more of a chance to survive. But right now, Garnet Valley, the individualistic efforts truly proving dividends for their lead.
And if they can convert this might really solidify the half for them. And double digits, but needs to be solidified. Mini Booper.
Spike down.
They've been impressive before, but they are going to get shut out. Just like Strike Force is shut out of picking up a weapon here. Still wins a fight, wins another. On top of it, that's a Spike donated with a Bucky in hand. Picks up a rifle and manages to find the 4th here. This was a broken buy. This was a round we expected to be faltered. But with a Bucky in hand, Strike Force lives up to their name.
You guys can't see my jaw, but it is currently sitting like 10 feet behind me on the floor right now. How? How did that work for Strike Force? Let alone why? Why did that work? But that Lear truly became one of the most powerful units that we have seen, or one of the most powerful cases of utility we have seen from this Forest Hills team so far, as now they're only 1 round away from tying it back up.
I'd love to see a close match between 2 solid teams. Oh my god, a fault line! So perfect, you blink and you miss it. Making Lover alongside Strike Force pinching onto this play, and it is so beautiful to watch. Exquisite even. Astro playing recovery here. E-Fan as well, but what can you recover? Find the 2. Mini Booper going to ult here. And again, they need a pick or an assist to survive. So they're going to take this fight. It's going to be a hold for Astro, who gets onto another, uses that to reposition. It's going to be caught off, but now you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. 2 different places, 2 different people. EFEM. Now the last player standing still. That Spike not recovered. Flash to come through, spots out the 2. Has a TP and has the fight onto you, but Strike Force is going to be there, converting onto another.
Wow. That Empress really paid dividends for Garnet Valley, but then now you look at it as Forest Hills was able to conclude that round. Look at that economy, though, from Garnet Valley. 2,000s, maybe 3,000s, and then you got Wyvern willing to full buy. And this is when I'm starting to think, do you feed the hot hand? Beast 27-12, and you're giving, and Wyvern was able to buy the Vandal. Now the question is, are they going to force up? Does look to be that. And if they can't convert this round into a W, that snowball effect may truly become a reality for Garnet Valley.
Interceptor's going to be out and about. But this is seeming like a trap towards A. They want to play retake here because they know they have the better weaponry and they're going to be able to win a Bacon Lover onto the first. EFAM gets the trade in numbers, but not onto Bacon Lover. And this Aftershock is perfect. Has the fault line available on top of it. Dimensional Drift gives off info. Wyvern picking up a Vandal from when they left off. Saturate lands here. Cannot find it. They just run on through. And their passivity towards the A site now becomes their downfall. Strike Force looks to equalize. Shoots onto Meow. So at least that's 1 down. As the Empress popped as well. So it's going to highlight these players that much more. But gets a little too over-eager. Too overactive. And this might be a save. Yeah, this is a save. You have that op. You don't want to give it up.
I respect it. I really do. I have to respect the save here. But Garnet Valley able to utilize what little weaponry that they were able to buy up, and they got a 9th now. But the question is, can they continue to do it, because no matter what Garnet Valley try to do in order to track down Robotics, okay, also we're gonna lose a Vandal because of that one, but Forest Hills gonna save an operator, go into this next round with it, plus a lot of economy to full buy up, so we're still going to see those rifles, the full kits, especially Strike Force gonna try to get active. And I really do rate one thing in specific, is the amount of times we have seen an Odin and a Judge get put on. NRG winning truly, and we get Brock, we get Sol, like they truly have just shown out time and time again of, hey, let's change the meta from time to time.
I'm just gonna redefine the B site, hopefully. We'll see. Oh, okay. Beast redefining his own legacy yet again. Going from the rifle demon to now just judging players left, right, and center. Heal comes on through, gets another with the Judge. Why don't you? Gonna immediately concuss right in front of them and capitalize onto another Beast playing Ring Around the Rosie around his own wall. One more bullet in the chamber. Not gonna pick up Tryhard, but it's all right. A plant is down. You have the player advantage. Hunter's Fury is available as well if necessary. These players are rushing into it. Why are we getting so active? Because Efan's got it near the end, I guess.
If it works, it works, question mark. But truly, with that Judge, Beast played with the Judge, became the jury, and then finally finished it off with the Executioner. That's 30 kills now in this one match alone for Beast and Garnet Valley. 3 rounds away, similar territory that they've been in here today. But they're heavily contested by Forest Hills. Unfortunately for Forest Hills, though, look at that economy. Not a lot on the tank, not a lot in the wallet in order to force up with. So they're going to have to find something here.
Well, they find a bullet to the head, unfortunately. That usually ends up with you not being alive. Bucky, though, potential is there. Bacon Liver has not capitalized on it. Needs to reposition to get this flash. Does a lot of chip damage, but is yet to take one down finally. Astro gonna be the first to fall here. The whiffs. Take a second. Meow wins it. Take a deep breath, homies. It's an eco round.
Spike planted.
And they only have shotguns in hand. Strike Force does have that available, but can't pick up the rifle until a little later. Beast gonna show you how it's done. Hey, anything you could do, I could do better.
That really is the mantra for Beast today. I mean, you mentioned it very early on, that Immortal Gun Buddy. It just shows the experience that Beast is able to bring into these matchups in PIEA. And the entirety of Garnet Valley is 2 rounds away from going 2-0 on the day, but also 4-1 in their record scoreline. But do you want to know what the record is for Forest Hills? 0-1, and they're keeping it this close with what powerhouse we have seen from Garnet Valley so far. That so it truly showcases the depth of talent within PIEA and Scholastic Esports in general.
Oh, this ult is brutal here. They're immediately trying to take this fight, and they win it. Bacon Lover's gonna find onto the first. Spamming through the smoke to get another. Potentially, Beast would be a huge pickup if they can grab them, but they are still not found. Efam has TP'd to the back line. Efam has devastated them, but look, another player in the back line where it's Robotics Master and Strike Force hand in hand. It's that up line. It's there. Efan, yet again, stun did not land. Making, potentially pretending Strike Force that they were, but they were not. Efam has got himself an ace, and the dominance continues at this pace.
Match point.
We're gonna be going home early.
Only takes one more round to go home, and for Garnet Valley, putting it 13s on the board for today here on Lotus. Familiar territory throughout the entirety of this stream so far. And now we're seeing more players than just one for Garnet Valley start to step up. Efan with that ace, Astro beforehand. We saw Meow clutch up a couple rounds in the very early records. And Wyvern as well, getting that intel, slowing on defense with their intel and the recon darts. And now as Garnet Valley looks for just one more, look at this flank though from Forest Hills.
Oh, Bacon Lover is just immediately they're just fully winning into this. But again, some of the heavy hitters for the side of Garnet Valley still alive. Bacon Lover getting onto another Astro out here yet again as an Empress of their own. Not Tryhard gonna fall, immediately traded out. It's just up to Wyvern. Had a little bit of a rough start on Clove, but now with the information that they can gain as the Sova, maybe they can get onto another. Why? What are we up to?
One enemy remaining.
Okay, we're up to getting some headies. Bacon is also super low here. Why are we going for the orb? I
screwed the intel. Look at yourself. Bacon Lover was one bullet away from death and from the end of this game, but now Forest Hills at 9 and Garnet Valley having to look for another way in. I'm all for having fun here on these maps. I'm all for having fun in esports in general, but sometimes, some way, you gotta know when business has to be handled, it needs to come to fruition and be showcased there. Wyvern had a little fun, got one, couldn't finish out that round though.
Shots coming through here, playing so aggressively out of B. It worked last time to death ball. They're gonna do it again, and now wow, okay, we're just gonna take a fight altogether. Let's fight for B. Let's fight. Are they gonna keep fighting B, or are they gonna fight towards like A or something else? I mean, I wonder.
I want to see them push C at that point. I really do. And as I say that, though, look at what Forest Hills is looking for on the map, but also look at this broken buy now from Garnet Valley. We are in the penultimate round before overtime if Forest Hills is able to push us there at 12 apiece, but they may run into some fairly easy times to get their 11th.
Oh, they are. I mean, they're just gonna go for this 5v5 brawl immediately. Spike is down. I mean, at this point, the question becomes, what is Garnet Valley going to be up to? Okay, wait, they're up to finding some bigs here. Any Booper, though, needs to get the shot. I say this time and time again, every ultimate they have. Strike Force, though, on the flank. Efan gonna be a little laggy to it, but inevitably finds them out. Spike still needs to be planted. You have a minute on the board. Picks up that spike. It's going to also open the door to make it seem like there might be a rotate into B. Buy themselves a bit more time here.
I rate that door open, the fake coming out, but now that sound from the spike, it's going to ring out. And now Efan, 1v1, has the dimensional drift, so possibilities are endless.
Oh, I don't think Efan spotted out the Reyna. I think they're trying to bait out Strike Force, but it's gonna be a moment of indecision here in the 1v1. Gonna just set for that plant down towards waterfall. Spots out Efan, but he just has the shot. Good for it in the moment.
All it took was one. Garnet Valley only needed one round to close that one out. Had a little trouble finding it, but even when they were at odds against them, still managed to pull through. Beast, Efan, Astro, Meow, and Wyvern with a little bit of fun as well. But regardless of it, Wyvern Valley able to showcase what they do best, and that is get W's on the day, put the 13 on the board, and Lotus has successfully became their map.
Like you said, it has successfully become their map, and now, I mean, they have won. They've been flawless. Like, they have literally been flawless this day. We're starting from the very beginning of it, where they went 13-5, and they popped off, as well as now. And Beast, you gotta highlight Beast as a player. 31-17 on this map, and even more so, 22-12 on the previous map. And the reason they were in such low kills is because not only Astro was 19-12, but also because the rounds were a lot, like, they had a lot less rounds to work with. So you look at it and you're thinking to yourself, wow, these players are insane at their roles, great mechanics to boot, and they're really comfortable with playing it. Beast on top of that, 5 first bloods a pop, and that is crazy. 6 in the first map, 5 in the next. Astro's got 5 in the first one as well. They were dominating the first series, and Beast himself was doing phenomenally in the second.
Yeah, it really came down to that individualistic skill case from this team of Garnet Valley, and they even had fun with it. We saw why I'm gonna keep pointing it out because I really liked what we saw from Wyvern from time to time when it came down to having fun, and it really just was extremely monumental to showcase there, because not only did they now go up 4-1 on their record sheets, they also put the entire Division 1 of PIEA High School Valorant on notice, going towards the playoffs, going towards your conference championships, but let alone still time in this regular season.
Well, speaking of the regular season, it's going to be a wrap today here in week number 5 of these games and these matches that we see. And unfortunately, that's all for the day. But you know what isn't unfortunate? All of the other amazing stuff PIA is doing, all the other channels that are live, and all the other games that we have here on the channel. So make sure to follow along, stay tuned, and huge shout outs to all the friends, families, and players who make this happen, as well as our lovely producer, Haza, and myself and Kev Dog. Always got a little pat on the back, and give a shout out to Kev Dog as well. But with that, stay safe, stay healthy, have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next one.